All right, we're on. Go ahead. Thank you. Okay. Hey, everybody. I am so sorry that I am late. I've been here trying to get logged on, and for some reason, I wasn't able to get onto my page, even though I had already done the announcement a half an hour ago. So I don't know what was going on. I'm gonna have to turn you down because I can hear you. All right. So what this was about? First of all, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. And what's happening is that I had gotten up this morning and I was just going to do regular general readings, but I had ordered a set of cards from one of the readers on YouTube, Mystic Moon, and she specializes in soulmate twin flame readings. And I decided to go ahead and make an investment. Oh, see, I can hear you back. All right, we got to stop you because sorry, everybody. Let me turn this down. So anyway, I decided to go ahead and invest in a deck for myself, and why not? Instead of just doing regular generals, I'll just do some readings for the collective, those who are still on the twin flame journey. So it took a little while, not too long, but it came earlier this week. They came, and they're 4 cards, and they were wrapped really nicely. And they come not in boxes, but in bags. So, and I haven't opened them. I wanted them to be fresh. I didn't want them to have any of my energy. Um, since I'm dealing with my own divine feminine, divine masculine issues, I figured let me just give them a minute. And since they're fresh out the box, why not allow you all to, see them when I get to see them? So there are 4 sets of cards here. And let me see if I can. All right, so they come in bags separately, and it says Mystic Moon Oracles on this one. Okay. Each of the decks are different sizes. And this one is the Mystic Moon Twin Flame Messages deck. Those have those roses on them. And one more, 2 more. Hope everybody's doing well. And thanks for having patience with me. If you'd like your own reading when I'm finished doing the unboxings, I'll be doing them for $11.11. This is the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Mystic Moon. And one more. The Signs from Spirit Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. Beautiful. So those are the decks, and that's how they come. So I think we're going to work with each of them and see what's going on. So let's start with the Mystic Moon Oracles. And then we'll see how it proceeds. So they're sealed, besides being in the net bag. And shrink wrap like, And as usual, get in there with my chopstick. I hope everybody's been having a good February. I hope you had a nice Valentine's Day. Those of you who believe in Valentine's Day or practice that. And I'm waiting for my moderator to come. She's here, but again, YouTube is messing with me today. And I don't want to keep her on the Skype because then that'll be echoing when we're trying to do the readings. So anyway, the first deck, the Mystic Moon Oracles. Oh, beautiful. So these, all the backs are the same, and then the messages are on the front. This first one says Awakening, and the last card says Conclusion. So, right, okay, so these are more of clarifiers, I guess, but maybe not. We'll see. I've seen her do a few readings, but she uses quite a few different decks. So, offer. Very nice. All right, so the next one is Twin Flame Messages. So these are messages from the divine masculine to the divine feminine, or the divine feminine to the divine masculine, depending on whatever the conversation is, or what it is we're trying to find out. So let's see. I think what I'm going to do is, all right, let's do this first. All right, so backs of the cards are consistent, and the front of the cards have the roses. This one says, I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. And the bottom says, I feel badly for the way I treated you. You didn't deserve that. Very nice. So, oh. I don't know how I feel anymore, just jumped out. I know that's right. Okay. That's funny. All righty. So, we got the messages, and we have the oracles. And the next one is Twin Flame Shadows. This, I think this entire set, I think it was all 4 decks. I want to say $170. I think that's what it was. So these Twin Flame Shadows, that's the back of the cards, and Escapist, as I was just shuffling them. That wasn't at the bottom. At the bottom, when I opened it, it was Foolish. So these are shadows. So I imagine these would give us more stagnant clarification on the issues at hand. That's very funny. Interesting. So I think these cards come with their own energy. I think this is legit. Because it's certainly picking up on energies that I've been experiencing myself. There's Peter. Oh my Lord. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I'm going to continue to. I see I have 2 people watching me. If you could please give me a thumbs up so that other people will know that we're here. And these are the Signs from Spirit Love Oracle by Mystic Moon. And that's the back of the cards. Beautiful. And Feather Protection. So these are messages and signs from Spirit letting you know that they're with you and that you can recognize them. As you go about your day, you'll be able to recognize the messages that are meant for you regarding your relationship. Very nice. Now, they're not gilded. Okay, none of the decks are gilded. And they are pretty pliable, not too bad. I don't think, let me see. I don't think they're reversals because they're oracles. I don't believe. But we'll have to see as we go along. And they shuffle pretty nicely. Very nice. Okay, so let's see. How could we? Thank you for that thumbs up. There's someone else in here. Please give us a thumbs up. That lets it go into the queue. And the people who are subscribed will get their notifications. So I'd appreciate it. And get some energy going. If you'd like a reading, if you put the $11.11 on the super chat, then I will be able to do that for you, and I will be keeping a list. And if I don't have the name, my moderators will be having those names too. So let's see how these go. All right. Twin flame messages. Let's start with that. Matter of fact, let's do it like I would do. This is a lot of decks. Let's do it as if I was doing a regular reading, right? So I would get card from the Twin Flame deck. I just had that yesterday because I did a reading for someone. Poof. What is happening, America? What is going on? Who does not want this to happen? Whatever. We're doing this. All right. So let's get, and these are by another YouTube creator, and that is Christabel Jessica, the Divine Feminine and Masculine Reunited deck. And I've been using this deck for a few months now, right? Again, beautiful. So let's see what we can get here. She has separate, there are 11 cards. These are 44 cards broken down into sets of 11. And there's a set that is specifically for the masculine energy and another set that is for the feminine energy. And since I was messing around with them yesterday when I did the reading, after I put them away, I put them all in the same, I shuffled them, I guess, before I put them away. And that's why they're not ready to go. But I'll be with you guys soon. I don't have anything else to do. I'm in no rush. All right. So let's go. All righty. So we are looking at, let's make sure. All right. So let's see what is the energy that we are going to be dealing with for our divine masculine and our divine feminine, and then we will proceed. See how that works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Great. 11. And here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, great. All right, so let's see what we can get for our divine masculine energy for today. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy that we will be, that the divine masculine will be? What is the energy the divine masculine is holding in regard to this relationship? In regard to this relationship with his divine feminine? What is his energy? Yep. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are, okay. So we have here, oh wow, number 11, the God of love. Konvu, the God of love. Okay, well that's good. All right. And the bottom of the deck is Aries, the God of battle. So maybe our divine masculine is fighting himself, fighting a battle for love, or maybe he's fighting his own feelings of love, or maybe he's fighting outside influences that may be affecting your relationship with some of you. If that resonates with the situation, then this reading might be for you. And for the divine feminine, we got Kali, the goddess of destruction, number 5. So this is about change. So the bottom of the deck for the divine feminine is Freya, goddess of sensuality. So something about the intimacy part of the relationship, I'm hearing, has gotten under divine feminine skin. Is that what they said? Yeah, she's a little, you may be feeling a little enraged, or maybe you're just ready to throw it all in. Maybe that's the goddess of destruction could be giving up, walking away, letting it go. So the divine masculine is exhibiting love, and the divine feminine is exhibiting fed upness, destruction, ready to put an end to it. She could be ready to put an end to whatever it is that is blocking the relationship also. So she could be ready to fight for the relationship also. Some of you, if that makes sense. So what I'll do then, move these out the way and put this. All right, now let me see where my Rishi is, or where my moderator is. All right, so we're going to do the so we can get about what's happening here for the divine masculine. And we would use messages, right? All right, so For the divine masculine. Okay, message. I just have to do something right now. I just have to do something else right now. Please try and understand. All right. And for the really? The divine feminine, message to the divine masculine is I still love you. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. So now let's see what we will get from the twin flame shadows. Let's see if that'll help us. So what is can we get some clarity on what it is that the divine masculine is doing that he's asking the divine feminine to be patient about? Distant. So for some of you, and these cards don't come with guidebooks, so this is all based on the reader's intuition. Thank you. Got 2 people here. Thank you for joining me. Please give us a thumbs up so that more people will know that we are live and doing this unboxing. Distant. So for some of you, this is the situation that you're in a long distance relationship with your partner, or it could be that he feels that he needs to keep his distance because he has something else to do right now. Let's see what else we can get on that one. And that was from the twin flame shadows. So let's stay with that, the divine masculine. So one of the issues is distance. So it could be physical travel distance, or it could be that he needs to keep his distance, or that he needs to distance himself for you from some reason. Let's see what else we can get. Okay. Oh, disillusioned. So, is he losing faith in this situation because of the distance, or because you or he have distanced yourselves from one another? Let's see. One more from the divine masculine. One more message to the divine feminine as to what is the barrier, or what is the concern. Oh, childish. So he could be saying that he feels that you are acting childish. He could be saying that he's been acting childish. Or this could be talking about children having some impact on his ability to breach the distance. So maybe he can't come to see you because he has children, or you have children. So he has to take care of them, and that's what he's saying. He's doing something else right now. Please understand. All right. So for the divine feminine, she still loves the masculine. And let's see what other messages she has about this. For the divine feminine. Oh. dependent. So the divine feminine could be saying that she's feeling codependent on this relationship or on this masculine. She could also be saying that she was depending on this relationship to progress, or she could be acknowledging his need to take care of those who depend on him, his children. So she could be agreeing or acknowledging that he has dependents that he has to care for. But again, if there are no children involved, it could be childish behavior on his part or his perception of childish behavior on your part. And you could be displaying some codependent characteristics, or you could be acknowledging that you know that he indeed has dependents that he has to take care of. Thanks for coming, everybody. Please give us a thumbs up. More people will know that we are here and live doing this unboxing of the Mystic Moon's Oracle. Any other messages for the divine, from the divine feminine to the divine masculine regarding her feelings about this relationship? All righty, we get. um, So she feels unlovable. That goes with that dependent and codependent card. So the inability of, or the fact that he's asking her or telling her that he has something else to do makes her feel unlovable. And robotic. So I'm getting that the divine feminine feels that the divine masculine doesn't understand her feelings and that she's not a robot, that she does have feelings. And these things are causing her to feel unlovable. So maybe you have been waiting on your divine masculine for a while. Maybe there's been a distance. So you're in recognition, but you're not in union with one another. And you are feeling that you still love him, but feel that this relationship is being destroyed or has been destroyed, or you feel like your reactions to his actions have led to the destruction of your feelings of your relationship, the destruction of the relationship. And he is coming with love, but bottom of his deck did say Aries, god of war, so he's fighting his feelings because he has something else to do and he wants you to understand. And you, the divine feminine, rather, for those of you who are divine feminine, are saying that you're not a robot. And this situation is making you feel unlovable and causing you to display dependent or codependent behavior that you normally wouldn't, that you normally wouldn't display. Like this is bringing up codependent issues for you. But that's part of what this whole journey is for you to deal with the issues. The problem is that to the outside or to the divine masculine, it may not be in the same place in the journey as the divine feminine may be in this case. To him, it may look like you're being clingy, and him not understanding that this is that this relationship has brought up these behaviors that may have been under the surface and hadn't been evident, but because the whole idea is to try to balance the negative and the positive in each individual, and you're advancing already, feminine, it's bringing it up in you, and he's looking at it like, "Woo, what's going on? She going crazy? She done lost her mind." But it's actually part of the process. But he may not see that because he's not thinking like that. All right, yet. So the next set of cards that we could take a look at then is, all right, let's look at the signs from spirit. See what spirit has to say about this situation. If this is, let spirit intervene, because spirit is part of this relationship too, right? So let's see what they got to say. Let's see what spirit has to say. These are signs from spirit love oracles. So, okay, 2 cards. Okay, so we have a nail and says crucify. So there's a sacrifice. Something is being, this relationship is being sacrificed, or the divine masculine is sacrificing something, or he feels that he's been sacrificed. If this has to do with children, maybe he feels that he has to be the martyr. He has to be a martyr. And the other card, tidal wave disturbance for the feminine. So this again harkens back to the destruction. So she's very emotional, tidal waves of emotions. She's her spirit, her emotions have been disrupted and stirred up. So it's like a tower moment, but it's more emotional. It's not an actual tower moment. Anything else? Let's see, for the divine masculine, another message from spirit to explain his feelings. Door, a transition. So someone, this is about changing, going to a change, going through a change. Could be talking about someone actually having a death. For some people, this has happened already in the past. This is not talking about anything that's going to happen in the future. So maybe this loss, this change, is what's created a situation where, because of distance and disillusionment and responsibilities, that the divine masculine feels that he has to sacrifice himself for, and changes that are going on around him. That's the situation that's keeping him and causing him to ask the divine feminine to wait or to be patient. For the divine feminine, let's see if we can get another message. Oh, Lord. Wow. 777. This is spirituality. And this is for the divine feminine. Rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. So this is just a test. This is a test. This is part of your spiritual journey, your spiritual growth. Okay? Your development is going to be accelerated because of this challenge. And that could be the tidal wave of emotions. So this is causing you maybe to go somewhere that you hadn't gone, or to display behaviors that you didn't even know you possessed, that you had already handled some previous time. And Spirit is here to tell you the reason that you're going through this is because they need you to accelerate. This situation is going to cause you to develop spiritually quicker. So this is part of God's plan. This is an approved challenge. 777 is an approved challenge sent to you by the Creator to help bring you to where they need you to be. All right. So, okay. What else? All right, let's go back over here. See what else. Any updates from the Divine Masculine? Do you have anything else that you want to say in response to what has been revealed here? Anything else? I feel badly for the way I've treated you. You don't deserve that. And the Divine Feminine, I can't handle your words right now. So she is shutting down a bit. So maybe the disillusionment is on her side also. Maybe she's there too. So those of you who can, the bottom of this, I don't know if I can meet your expectations. That's for both of you, both of them. I don't know if I can meet your expectations. So perhaps the Divine Masculine is aware of this accelerated spiritual journey that the Divine Feminine is on, which he is on too, but he's watching it from a distance. He hasn't gotten to that place as yet, maybe. And so he doesn't know if he can live up to being part of the experience, if that's what he thinks she expects. And she's saying that she just can't handle what he's saying right now. It's too much. It disturbs her, makes her feel unlovable, makes her feel robotic, as if he doesn't. The idea, she just feels as if his fear of the spiritual journey that she's on is causing him to pull back, and it makes her feel unlovable, and as if he thinks that she's a machine, that she's a robot, that she's not human, that she doesn't have feelings. But he does think that you have feelings. He says that he feels badly for the way that he's treated you, because you don't deserve that. But she's like, she's not trying to hear it. She's not open to these excuses. Is what okay, that's what Spirit says. She's not. So, Divine Feminine, you're feeling hurt and closed off. You have all these feelings that are coming up in you that you don't even understand where they came from. You don't like feeling dependent, and you have a lot of feelings, and you're feeling like you're being misjudged, that your humanity is not being taken into account, and that hmm, you do still love your divine masculine, but you don't feel loved, and you don't think that you can meet his expectations right now because you don't feel like you're getting anything out of this right now. You're feeling abandoned, and you're feeling pressured, and you're feeling maybe ignored. All right, so let's go back here and see the Mystic Moon Oracle. Let's get another message here for each of us, each of you, for the Divine Masculine. Anything else? All right. Hmm. Patience. He's still saying for you to have patience. Divine Feminine, that's what he's saying. Have patience. And he's saying he's being patient. But you see, hmm, this looks like one person with their hands across their, torso, but it is actually, it could be two people, one holding the other one's hand while they're asking for patience. So that could be that's all he has to say is he wants you to be patient, and I guess he's trying to reassure you by holding your hand, and the Divine Feminine, there's a barrier. So have you closed the door already? Have you let this go? Have you shut down because you can't handle the words, the feelings, feeling unlovable and abandoned, like he's trying to be a martyr? You feel there's too many barriers to this relationship? Or are you the one putting up a barrier right now? Hmm, my goodness. So finally, let's see if we get one more intervention from Spirit. Hmm. Spirit says this is the plan. This is part of the web, the cosmic plan. So I guess Spirit's happy with all that's happening here. Spirit is like, it's going exactly the way it's supposed to. And one more from Cupid, love, and desire. So I think Spirit is saying that this is part of this situation. This was part of the plan. Love and desire. Cupid will be attending to this situation soon enough. There already is love here, and there definitely is desire. And so Spirit is saying that this is part of the plan. There's love, there's passion. As far as the divine is concerned, it's good because everything's going as planned. Mm. Okay, so now what changes? Okay, that's good. Can we get that? What changes can the divine masculine make? Maybe? Is that possible from these cards? What changes would the divine feminine like to see in the divine masculine that would reassure her, right? That there is something still worth holding on to. So let's see, twin flame messages. I just opened this pack, this deck, folks. So I'm just winging it, but it seems to make sense so far. Conversation for those of you who this resonates with, and even if it doesn't, this is a dynamic that we are watching here between two people who love each other, who are separated by distance, it seems, and responsibilities, family, familial responsibilities, children. Divine masculine has been asking divine feminine to be patient. And two cards. Something is still missing for me, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I want to be authentic, and I'm no longer afraid. So the divine feminine is saying to the divine masculine that there's something that is missing, something lacking, and she is trying to understand and figure out what it is. And she wants to be authentic. She wants to be open. She's no longer afraid of this connection. So perhaps you had been hesitant before, and now you decided that you are comfortable with this relationship, but there's still something missing, and you want to get an understanding. So this could also say that the divine feminine wants some closure, all right? And she is not afraid to get that closure because she's already at the place where she's ready to walk away. But I think okay, so the divine feminine wants to know, I guess, what is the what can she be aware of from his point of view that can help her going forward in the future, even if it's not with the divine masculine. All right. I want to be authentic. I'm no longer afraid. She wants to be able to express herself about the relationship. She doesn't want any more lies. And she wants to let him know that she's not afraid of whatever the barriers are, whatever the restrictions are. She's not afraid of that. All right. Anything from the divine masculine to the divine feminine? What is it that he can say? What is it that she can say? He says it's just easier to stay away right now. My heart is telling me just do it. So he is following his intuition. His heart is telling him that it's easier for him to stay away from you right now. And that is the road, that is the path that he is going to go. So, regardless of what you, Divine Feminine, might believe is missing, no matter what closure you think that you need, no matter how open and willing that you are to go on this journey, the Divine Masculine, for whatever reasons, feels that it's easier for him to stay away because that's what his intuition is telling him. So we're always telling ourselves, we're being told to follow our intuition, and he is doing that, whether we like it or not. Just like you follow your intuition, whether he likes it or not. Okay? So let's get one more message from the oracles about this relationship. Refocus. Refocus. So, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, being told to refocus as you go forward. Oh, okay. I guess that message was for the Divine Masculine. Refocus. All right. The Divine Masculine is being told to refocus. Okay. Anything else? Winter. So, something, he needs to refocus on something that happened in the winter. Refocus. And this is someone who is the back of the horse. The person is riding. So this could be saying to look back, refocus and look back on what happened last winter. Well, this is still winter. Okay, so what happened within the last few weeks, right? We have received. Did you get a visitation from Spirit recently, Divine Masculine? Is this what's scaring you? Yes. And you are using children as an excuse because you got scared. Because you received a message. You received a message or you received this visitation from Spirit recently during this winter season. So it could have been Christmas time, New Year's. It's causing you to refocus. Interesting. Yeah. Flame is going like this. Okay. Oh, okay. Conclusion. So it's the key. It's pride and ego. So this visitation that the Divine Masculine got, this visitation is a, how can I say this? This is to do with his pride and his ego. And this may have alerted him that he needed to let go of these things. This needed to be the end of him being so egotistical and prideful. And the message was received in the winter. And that's what caused him to refocus. So he had an awakening. He had his awakening in the winter. It's caused him to refocus. The message was received. And now he feels like a victim because he wasn't asking for this situation. He was not looking for this spiritual journey in his life. And that's why he's become disillusioned with the relationship, because he doesn't want to do this. He's not ready for it. And he wants to refocus. And if you, Divine Feminine, would refocus away from this spiritual journey, he would refocus on this relationship. But he received the message, he had the visit, but his pride and his ego are very, very strong. And he's fighting against it. And he has a right to do that because we have free will, right? And he knows that. So if this is how it has to end, then that is going to be how it ends. But that's the key. He does not want to feel like he's being controlled, even by the divine. And this is Spirit's way of letting you know, Divine Feminine, that this is not him rejecting you. This is him rejecting his destiny. And he has a right to do that. Him rejecting this experience. Okay. So that is what's going on. And let's see if we can get something from Spirit for the Divine Feminine here. But Ashe go. Thank you. This was a way for the Divine Feminine to understand that this is not about her. This was something that happened recently to the Divine Masculine. He got a message, received a visitation from Spirit recently over this past winter. And his pride and his ego are not allowing him, or will not let him, or he's choosing to end this because he does not want to be part of this experience. And this is a lesson in free will. For the Divine Feminine Spirit, can we give her some words of encouragement? Some words of encouragement. See what happens. 333. The Trinity, mind, body, soul. You are in the zone. Express your true, authentic self. So Spirit is telling you, you stay with God. Stay with God. Stay on this path, because this is the authentic you. This is who you are. Swan. You're a loyal, beautiful creation. And You know, the swans are little ducklings that are not so cute, but as they grow and they blossom, they become so beautiful. Swans are loyal creatures. They mate for life. So your loyalty is being recognized, your divinity and your loyalty to God and to this journey is being recognized. You got 333 and 777 here. So you are on the right track despite the anger and destruction, but you're choosing to remain on your path and you're not choosing to, at this time, allow yourself to be taken off of this journey because of the love that you have for this masculine who has displayed his disinterest and disillusionment in this whole thing. This is not what he's about. He is enjoying his freedom and his life, you know, doing his thing. He's part of the world. He's in the world and he's of the world. You're in the world, but you're not of the world. And that is the problem. But you do love this person. But you're lovable. And you are generous and genuine. So those, okay. So your loyalty has been recognized by the creator. And they want you to follow your guidance. Follow your guidance. This could also be saying that you are being guided or that you have been a guide. You are the light in the darkness. And perhaps this is also saying that you will be able to guide other people through this because of what you've experienced. Through this painful experience, you'll be able to tell people, you can reassure people. Okay. You can be a reassurance, but you are still going forward. Settling. Yeah. You're not settling. You're not settling. You are following your guidance. Because if you settled, you'd be comfortable, you'd be happy, you'd be all squishy. But no, that's not what you're doing. Sticking with, you're going forward. How could you not? You got 333 and 777. Come on. Mm-mm. But the divine masculine is exercising his free will. And yes, this was a twin flame experience. So what did you learn? Hmm? What have you learned, divine feminine? Let's see. Look at the shadows. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for giving thumbs up and allowing other people to know that I'm doing this unboxing. So, foolishness. Look at that picture. That's a masculine figure that feels foolish, and a feminine figure that's watching. It's like pathetic. I'm not saying that word. It's like she's looking down and seeing how he's been foolish and how he's still chained up, how he's still enchained. Oh my goodness. So that's the shadow. So the freedom that the divine masculine is aiming for, that he is relishing so much, his ego wants, still leaves him in the same position of being chained, enchained, in darkness. And you are witnessing that. All right, anything else? Any other shadows? Lessons? So the divine masculine has a broken heart and he's sad. He's thinking of maybe things that he did that in the past that may have been foolish, that may have brought him to this point. He could even be thinking that being involved with you was a foolish move on his part because now he's all up in his feelings and he's feeling alone. And he's still in the same spot you found him in. Excuses. Excuses because he's foolish. He's making excuses because he's foolish. That's not on you. Not on you. Projecting. Okay. He is making excuses for being foolish. He's projecting maybe some of his own prejudices and fears on you. But you have to let go. So let's see. Excuse me. I don't think that we're trying to solve anything here. I think that this is pretty clear. You've made your free will choice, and hopefully you'll stick with it. And he's making his free will choice, and well, I don't think we want to hope that he'll stick with it, but we're going to hope for him to be protected and happy with the choices that he's made, right? I think that's the best thing to do. So let's see, what was this lesson about, this experience for both of you? Because you're still twin flames. It doesn't change it just because one of you all don't want to participate. Still who you are. This was about boundaries, number 9. Boundaries. Number 9, 9 is spirit, 9 is ancestors. So this was about boundaries, a lesson about knowing your limitations, maybe. Let's see what the book says about boundaries. What was it that, what this is what this was all about? This was a crash course in boundaries. They affect the following areas: material, physical, mental, emotional, sexual love, and spiritual. Your boundaries determine what you allow into your life, your personal space, and energy field. What treatment will you take from others? What thoughts, what values, what opinions are you allowing into your being? What your comfort levels are with sexual activity. Boundaries are already a part of so many areas of our life without our even knowing it. We naturally implement boundaries on a daily basis, generally according to our subconscious beliefs. And once we bring our boundaries into our consciousness, everything changes. First, decide what boundaries you want to implement. For example, if your mother is interfering in your love life more than you feel is acceptable, then it's time to put a boundary in place to inhibit this behavior. Time for a truth bomb. It isn't the job of others to obey your boundaries, it is your job to enforce them. So, this was about boundaries, that perhaps the distance was a boundary, family obligations were a boundary. And if it was some, this is about the divine masculine establishing his boundaries. His boundaries are his disbelief or his disillusionment with this entire thing. Maybe he doesn't believe in spirit and God and creation and all of that, and maybe you didn't know that, and maybe he was trying to act like that's what he believed and he did it. But this is about what are you allowing into your space. So if you hadn't gone through this experience, you would not have ever known that, and you may have gone off into a committed relationship with someone who didn't even believe what you believed. So that was rejection is protection, right? So that's one thing. So it's teaching you about your boundaries and what you won't put up with and what you will put up with. And you have established that. You have said, I need whatever it is you've expressed. And he was not or is not willing to comply. So this was a power struggle in a way also, because he's coming with love, because remember that was the first card for the divine masculine. Let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. There's love. He does love you, but he loves himself and he loves the life that he has. But he's an 11. He is a twin flame. He is, but he has a free will not to participate in this experience. But there's no doubt that is who he is. And one day, perhaps, Lord willing, he'll have that experience, that chance. If not, he'll just do it in the next life, right? And hopefully, you won't have to do it with him if you don't want to. All right. And then what is the cure? What is the, so that was the challenge, learning about boundaries for both of you. So what, going forward, what is the cure for this? What is the healing? What is the healing for this divine feminine and divine masculine, for this experience, this lesson? What is this? What have they learned? That's a lot. That's okay. Hmm. Hmm. So we have another 3 here. Transcendence. Transcendence. So change. So this was a lesson in the changes that you make as you awaken, changes that happen to you as you go from being closed to being aware, to being open, and to being awake. You've seen all of this between the two of you and how each person reacts based on their own free will. And for the divine feminine, surrender. You have learned about surrender. You have maybe changed totally from the person that you were when you first met your DM. And that may be what's frightened him, scared him, what he felt he couldn't live up to. But you got this. You can do this standing on your head because you have gone through the change. You have gone through with the flow. You have been in his position and you have allowed yourself to be lifted. So, very nice. I like this. So this turned into a real reading for someone out there. And I hope that you guys enjoyed it. So we're going to get just the answer is simple so that you can both get some reassurance about the choices that you made. The divine masculine will not be hellbound because of his choices. And neither, look at this, I got 7-7 here. Thank you, Ashe, at 1:29 p.m. Let go and flow. Number 27, 2 and 7 is 9. Let go and flow. It's fine. However way this goes, you're going with the flow. You and he are both doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing because this was a lesson. And Spirit said that. This was a lesson. And so, let go and flow. Number 27. Your ego is resisting some aspect of your life, trying to halt or slow or control its formidable force. Doing so is like trying to stop the ocean. It's exhausting and silly because it can't succeed. Your spirit, on the other hand, embraces life head on and rides ups and downs, the ebb and flow, and the shifts and changes of life with determination and courage. There you go. Notice in which areas your ego is holding on too tightly to the reins and resisting the flow. Ask yourself, what is it that I'm trying to avoid? Or what or who am I trying to hold back? Or who am I trying to control? What am I fearfully managing rather than openly flowing with? It helps to answer these questions out loud. Once you know where your ego is resisting the flow of light, ask your spirit to step in and help you ride the wave instead. To let go and flow, pick up a small object and squeeze it with your left hand. Continue to squeeze it. Try to pick up something new with the same hand. It's not possible, is it? Not unless, of course, you shake your hand free and let go of the object. In fact, shake your entire body free of the rigidity that goes with resisting life. Breathe in, dive in, and embrace all that faces you now. Your ego may be fearful and try to stop change, but your spirit is ready and able to gracefully handle all that's coming toward you. Trust this and embrace the changes at hand. So, this message is for you both. Your divine masculine is being advised to go with the flow and don't be resistant to the changes. And so are you. because separating or distancing or disassociating or cutting off any further contact with this divine masculine is going to be good for you. You follow your intuition. You follow what spirit leads you to do and let spirit deal with the divine masculine. And you may or may not hear from him again, or you may hear from him in a while or tomorrow. Who knows? Depends on what the plan is. It depends on what it is that the creator has for him to do. But this is part of his lesson. This is part of your lesson. This is part of the awakening. He's resistant. Okay. But that doesn't mean that he's not going to still get the lessons. He's just getting a lesson in, letting go, and flow. And you are too. Work on your feelings of self-worth, codependent issues. Know that you are lovable and that you are loved. And that you don't need anyone to reinforce that for you, because God is for you, and you know that. You've been obedient, you've done your work. 333 and 777. Look that up. Okay? It's rapid soul development that comes from challenging times. This was a challenging time for you, and you have developed rapidly. Mind, body, and spirit. You are in the zone. Keep being your authentic self, divine feminine, because the divine masculine is being himself right now. But let go and go with the flow. You'll be fine. It's going to all work out in the best interest of all concerned. Okay? So, thanks everybody for joining me. And I will come out of here, out of this unboxing, and maybe I'll come back and do the readings for March. Okay? So, thank you very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these messages. And I will be speaking to everyone really soon. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. What are they doing here? Hi, Katrilla. Hey, Renee. Oh my goodness. Oh, they had this turned off. This computer's been acting crazy. That's why I was telling. Lord have mercy. Hi, everybody. Lord, oh, y'all have been here the whole time. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm here, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, the reading is good? Okay, you guys. So, Renee and Katrilla and Kata. Hi. Oh, oh, Renee has triplets. Oh, so that confirms that 333 for you. You have triplets. God bless you. The twin flame is your ex-husband, and you said he's an 11. Oh, you did a twin flame life path chart for him, and he is an 11, and you have triplets. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, you're welcome. I'm so sorry, you guys. This thing was closed. I didn't even think anybody was here. And I was like, where is everybody? Salutations, Kata. Okay. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop this and I'm gonna come right back. And I'll just do readings. All right. I'll just do readings. All right. And I'll use these cards if you guys want me to, but let's yes, the moon. Oh, thank you, Petra. Thank you. She says I'm looking great. Okay. Yes, the moon. And thank you, Renee. Renee says I do look great. Okay, so I'm going to just let this stop this so we can upload, and then we will I'll come back and do live readings. Okay. So give me a couple of 5 minutes. All right. So it's 1:36. So at 1:45, I'll come back and do some live readings for you guys. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, Kata and Katrilla and Renee and Deborah for being here, and Petra. And I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys. Bye bye. Oh, wow. Interesting.